Yes, people, peace, love, and power, and welcome to another episode of Life with Lamont, where today I am going to be sharing with you an insight into what I eat in a day, and also touching on the topic of my gut health and how I live with IBS, and also navigate through gluten intolerance. So I hope you enjoy, y'all. So it is a beautiful start to the day. You know, I've completed my rising rituals of meditation, hydration, and as it's a rest day for me today from weightlifting, today I will be performing just cardio and stretching, just to help with the body. You know, I'm aching a little bit in certain places from some intense workouts over the past few days. So in order just to aid the recovery process, you know, some cardio and some stretching today is what's going to be necessary before coming back up, getting freshened up, having my breakfast, of course, which I will be sharing with you. First off, it's time to get that gym popping. So yeah, let's get this going. So that is my short workout done for the day, and now it is time to go and make some breakfast. Oh yeah. Yes then, people, so just got back from the gym, had a good workout, you know, managed to work up a sweat, get some stretches going, so I felt good. Also managed to get some qigong into the end of my workout as well, which is something that I haven't really been doing much of late, but definitely a practice that I really do want to implement back into my daily lifestyle. So yeah, it was a great workout, but now it's time to fuel the body. So I'm going to start off with a protein shake. I'm going to be using Form Nutrition Performance Protein, which is one of the only proteins I've ever had that hasn't caused any discomfort within my stomach. You know, I used to take, you know, normal protein supplements, you know, all of the dairy-based ones, the whey protein and that. Yeah, they never really agreed with me, in all honesty, but yeah, I came across this more recently, and this has been the first protein that I've ever used that hasn't actually triggered any discomfort within the gut. So yeah, very glad to have come across this protein. Of course, it's plant-based, it's gluten-free. Also using organic Plenish milk, one of the cleanest almond milks that you can get. I'm going to be using my Tonga Ali, great for helping with the production of testosterone, energy levels, strength, brain function, along with maca powder as well, which is something else I'll be putting in my shake. It's very important to make sure that you are using, you know, certain supplements that are natural, first and foremost, and that are beneficial to the goals that you're looking to achieve. You know, obviously for me, I'm looking to put on some size, I'm looking to increase my strength, and so with that, you know, having things like maca and Tonga Ali along with my protein shake is really going to help me work towards achieving those goals. Nice and easy, just straight in the jar, shake it up, boom, done. Can't go wrong. Yeah, so for my porridge today, I'm going to be making a banana and date porridge, and then I'll have some toppings as well. So what I'm doing is I put a banana in there, I'll put 4 dates in this cup, and I add some milk, and then I'll blend that down, and then that's the liquid that I'll be using to cook down the oats. You know, so that the porridge has a nice flavour, but again, the ingredients are natural. Do you know what I'm saying? Boom, here we have blend them. I mean, you could just drink this. It smells so good, and I know it tastes good as well. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding my gluten-free oats, as I'm gluten intolerant and I need a little bit more. We're trying to make some gains out here, man. Come on, come on. So now I'm going to add some cinnamon powder, some vanilla flavouring. And now it's just a case of just letting this slowly cook up, you know, letting the flavours infuse, and I can decorate my porridge. Yeah. So, of course, with this episode, I wanted to talk about, you know, my gut health. So for the past 4, coming on 5 years, I have been battling with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, as well as having gluten intolerance. So I used to be able to eat whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I would stay lean all year round. You know, I wouldn't really have to worry about, you know, the impact that like the foods were having on my physical vessel on the outside. But one thing that I wasn't aware of is the damage that I was doing to my body on the inside, you know. So I lived a life of, like I say, eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I used to compete in martial arts, and then after my competing days of martial arts due to an injury in my shoulder, I went into the world of bodybuilding. So with that world of bodybuilding, it was like eating 4 or 5, sometimes even 6 meals a day, you know, taking protein shakes and a whole heap of different other supplements. The reality of it is the lifestyle that I was living was having a detrimental effect on me, but I just wasn't aware. I lived, you know, the bodybuilding lifestyle for about 4 years, between the age of 24 until the age of 28. After 28, started steering away from that lifestyle. I still lived, you know, a life where I maintained, you know, training. But then what happened is I turned 30, and then from that day onwards, my stomach had never been the same. Every day I'd experience some sort of discomfort within my gut area. I'd go to the doctors and they wouldn't really be very helpful. I had one doctor tell me that I should try a low FODMAP diet, so I started eliminating foods from my diet, and it just felt like I was not getting anywhere until I got to the stage where it was like, right, boom. I ended up eliminating gluten from my diet, which actually left me feeling a little bit better. So I was like, okay, maybe gluten is something that I need to avoid. You know, I tried to reintroduce it a couple of weeks later, and you know, there was the telltale sign. Boom, gluten is a no-go for me. It's not an allergy, but it's a gluten intolerance. Anyways, still hadn't gotten to the bottom, because even though I'd eradicated gluten from my diet, I was still experiencing discomfort within the gut. So over the years, I started looking into different approaches, you know, plant-based. Hence, this is one of the reasons why I'd gone plant-based, was because, you know, a lot of the foods that weren't plant-based were causing me to have flare-ups. They were causing me to be in severe discomfort. So I decided to make the move and remove all meat products from my diet. And that was 2.5 years ago. So ever since then, my gut has been a lot better, albeit it still hasn't been 100% due to IBS being triggered not just by what you eat, but also by like stress and anxiety. So sometimes it's not necessarily just what you're putting in your body, but also, you know, the thoughts that you're entertaining in your mind that can have a detrimental impact upon how you're feeling. So boom, in regards to my gut health, that's what it's been, you know, for the past coming up 5 years now. I've just been struggling at trying to find some balance. That balance is, you know, surrounding eating what I know is good for me and what I know isn't going to trigger any sensitivities within the gut, whilst also still trying to have a positive relationship with food and eat the things that I actually enjoy, you know. So it's been hard, it has been hard, and there's been times where I found myself just sat there thinking, what is the point? You know, like, what is the point? Sat there feeling like just so low, so depressed, because like I can't even enjoy food. And over the years, I've just, you know, really put in the work to try and re-establish a relationship with food that is more suitable for the version of me that exists today. Because the version of me that used to exist, that, you know, used to be able to eat whatever, whenever, you know, pizzas here and there, you know, rich pasta sauce, Caribbean food, like, you know, anything I wanted, and wouldn't even like suffer with any discomfort. And nowadays, there's so many foods, such a vast array of foods that if I eat, I know it's gonna cause me some sort of discomfort the next day, and if not the next day, the day after that. So the porridge is nearly done, which is great news because I am hungry and it is food time. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna dish this up now and decorate it. Boom! So breakfast is done, so now it is time for me to have a cold shower, get dressed, get ready to hit the street to get some food ready to cook up for lunch and dinner later. The plan was to go to the market originally, but due to there being strikes today on the underground, the market's not actually open, as you can see. But luckily, I was able to get everything that I needed for one item from Tesco's. Got on everything that I need now, so it's time to head back, make some lunch, and then I've got some studying to do before cracking on with dinner this evening. So that is what my afternoon is going to look like. I might even have a nap today, who knows? Don't judge me. Yes people, so I am home now and it is time to make some lunch. Not too hungry just yet. I did eat lunch quite late yesterday, so I probably haven't got much of an appetite at the moment, but I am aiming to eat lunch a lot earlier today so that I can get my dinner in earlier as well. As one thing that I have found that helps massively with my gut health is not eating too late. If I eat too close to bedtime, then more time what happens is when I wake up in the AM, I'm feeling a lot of discomfort in my tummy, feeling quite backed up, quite bloated, so it's never a great start to the day. So I always feel like it's best to try and eat like at least 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed. That way I sleep better and I wake up feeling better as well. So yeah, that's where we're at. So time to make some food. What I'm gonna have is something quite simple, to be honest with you. I'm gonna be just having a pasta salad with coleslaw. Very, very simple, very straightforward. So again, gluten-free pasta, very important for myself, of course. So boom, here we have it, my pasta salad and coleslaw. Very simple, very straightforward, but effective. Oh yeah. Yes then people, so that is food done. Kitchen is being cleaned and tidied, ready for cook later. And now it is time for me to chill out, study for a bit. So I'm just making another tea. One thing I am slacking on today is my hydration, so I need to get that back on track ASAP. But yeah, so I'm gonna study for a bit now, you know, and then I will start cooking food a little later. Probably aiming to have food around about 5:30 this afternoon. So yeah. Yes, we are back in the kitchen now and ready to start preparing dinner for this evening. So this evening we're gonna be having a green lentil dal, but it's gonna have more of a Caribbean twist, and that is gonna be with jasmine rice as well. Yeah, it's time to get this kitchen popping, do you know what I mean? So let's do this. here we have it. Look at this plate. So we have the dal, the vegetable dal, rice, plantain, coleslaw, and salad. So yeah, it's time to tuck into this. I know I'm going to enjoy this one, especially after all of the love that I put into it. Yo, food done, and let me tell you, I enjoyed that so much. So good, it really filled the spot. Yeah, so now it's time for me to settle into the evening. Probably gonna do a little bit more studying, maybe even take a walk. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's watched this video, sending nothing but love and positive energy your way. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit that notification button so you're up to date with new content. Until next time, sending nothing but peace, love and power your way, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.